Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran. This is another BG commentary from me, Dalaran, the Comet Rogue, that you all enjoy watching. Because there's no reason why you should be on the channel if you don't enjoy the channel. Anyway, let's get on to the story of the day. And before that, I have a dilemma with people doing battleground commentaries. Like I don't watch many of them. And when I do, it's usually just people telling stories and whatnot, or what's happening, or sometimes just live commenting. Some people, it ends up just turning into onomatopoeia, where it's just, oh, like, you know, noises, oh, no, that kind of deal. It just, noises coming out of the mouth. Like, sound effects sometimes, pow, you know? Skadoosh, I don't know. And I thought, okay, if I'm gonna do battleground commentaries, I don't want them to be lame. I might as well have a story, like what I want to talk about if I do them. And today I kind of got a story a little bit. It's kind of my roller coaster of rating gain, rating loss kind of deal, and it's an interesting one. So I was sitting at about 1860 something, 1861 rating a couple days ago, and I kind of started missing arenas. But you know, I wanted to do some arenas and get some games in, maybe climb a rating, but mostly for the fun. I like the speed chatter that happens when you're in an arena, like the really quick stuff, like chapter, okay, stun, okay, go, burst, that kind of deal. I do it better. It sounds better when I'm in the moment, but yeah. So I missed arenas, and I wanted to do some, and I was getting kind of desperate for some because my Frosty, my buddy Frosty, the Frost Mage, also Snowman. I don't even know. Frosty, he was already 2K. Like, he's not gonna play with me when I'm at 1800. I don't really know any healers that were 1800, so it'll be hard to. I'd have to look for a whole like array. Like, hey, who wants to play with me? Rogue, right here. We're gonna get 100 healers or something. Yeah, stuff like that. And I was looking for games and whatnot, and at some point I got desperate. So I was like, okay, you know, I'll just try some 1600 RLS, and then I later found a Stealth Cleave. And if you guys watch my channel regularly, then you've seen those videos of me playing them, and they're at 1600. And if you saw the videos, and if you haven't, my rating wasn't going up every time I won. And later that was explained to me by Sativ, thank you so much for that, Sativ, that if your MMR is lower than your CR, you don't get any rating, because technically you're playing at a low MMR. And there's nothing I can do about it. Like, if I'm sitting at 1800 MMR, and I usually play at 1800, which is what I'm used to, I can't quite carry the team. So the guys that I was with, like, we had some wins, but we had plenty of losses as well. If all the points were to be accounted for, and if I were same CR as they were when we started, or same CR as the MMR, I wouldn't have moved that much. I wouldn't have moved my rating barely whatsoever. Like, it would have gone forward, back, but stayed at just about the same place. But since my MMR was lower than my CR, I wasn't getting any points for the wins. So I was always losing points every time we lost. And even when I was getting wins, we weren't gaining points, so it was still points lost. I wasn't recovering anything back. And I don't know, I still had fun playing the comps and playing the games and whatnot. They weren't like professional, or they weren't like really challenging. Some parts were kind of fun and whatnot, but outside of that, it wasn't like too intense. So I dropped my rating overall to about 1650. Wasn't happy with that. Kind of ached at me. I thought, crap, this makes me very unhappy. I was sitting at 1800 earlier. I'm so used to playing at 1800. Why the hell do I have to sit there and on 16 whatever? It was just, I don't know, felt disappointed in myself. And after a while, I decided, okay, you know, I'm gonna try to get this rating up. I had fun playing trying RLS, which no longer really works, honestly. It doesn't work like it used to back in Kata. Maybe WLS works better because the warrior can put out a lot more damage than a rogue can, or combat rogue can. Just the constant pressure and whatnot. But yeah, it just didn't really function for me that well. It didn't work as well as I thought it would. So, Stealth Clip was fun though. At 1600, Stealth Clip was a lot of fun. I just got a Mongoloid version. It's like a TSG, but for Agi users. A rogue kitty, like Comet Rogue Kitty. I thought it was just a lot of fun. I played it way back in the day. Uh, so finally got myself a thought cleave. It was me and a mystery at first, and I actually, when we first got in a party together, they asked me what's my spec, and I actually find it to be a very weird question when people ask me what's my spec, because most people, I know they're gonna expect sub, so I thought, you know, people are just not gonna ask what's the spec or whatever, because usually as a mage you would normally go frost, hunter you would go mm, rogue you would go normally sub. So usually I never have to tell people what's my spec, and I kind of just sneak myself in there, and when we perform well, I'm kind of just telling them, oh, hey, by the way, I'm combat. And I'm like, whoa, you're combat and do this just as well? Okay. And, you know, I get to do my own thing. And if we're lucky enough, we could do our teams in our arenas and whatnot. But here I thought, okay, I'm going to go sub. I'm going to give it my best shot, you know, see how that works. And well, I decided, okay, spec sub. I kind of know how to play sub. I watched Sative's opener video. I watched Sense's opener video. And I did pretty well. I actually gotta say I did pretty well as sub rogue. Definitely, I don't play exactly how most sub rogues play these days. I don't have that same mentality of what goes in their heads and what goes in my head kind of deal. It just doesn't really match up together all that well, you can say. Because I can't do openers as well as like Sative or Senses. Like, sub rogue is big on the openers, and I see the blueprints, I understand the language, but when I'm trying to execute it, the question rises in my head is like, how do I do that? You know, that's the only question that really comes in my head. That's what I have kind of a problem with this. How do I execute this? How do I make A happen, then B happen, then C happen, then, you know, follow the steps? So yeah, but still, nonetheless, I climbed from 1650 to 1800 as a sub-rogue playing Thug Cleave. We played with a Mistweaver for a little bit, and then with an H-Pally. We found out H-Pally is probably one of the better options we have, or one of the better healers that we both enjoy, me and the Hunter. And it was good so far. We got to 1806, and we were not really doing too amazingly well. We were like 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 wins, 1 loss. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And the rating climb was kind of slow-ish, a little. And then today we decided, me and the Hunter, we got together and we decided, okay, let's push some rating. Maybe we can get to 1900, you know. And we got a H-Pally, and we tried games, and we kind of had a win, loss. It didn't go too well. It wasn't the worst games ever either, but it was kind of like win, lose, lose, win, lose, win, lose kind of deal. Like we were slowly sliding down for sure. We weren't performing as well, and we did that kind of with 2 pallies until we got to 1770 or so. I wasn't happy with that rating. Wasn't happy at all. Like the very first 2 games we played were awesome. We played them very well. We gained so much rating, and then we lost, like slowly slid down the rating game, whatever you want to call it, and made me kind of unhappy to an extent, because I don't know, I like competition, I like a challenge, I like all that jazz to be present, you know. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's great. So I had to take a break because it was tiring looking for healers, because no healers were on trade chat. Kind of surprising, but maybe that's just the 1800 kind of bracket. There's not as many people in the 1800 bracket. So I took some time off, couple hours literally. I was thinking I'm not gonna get on today. I'm just gonna do my own thing, you know, just gonna relax, just gonna, I don't know, do something, find something else to do. But it kind of just, the 1770 ached at me, and I thought, hey, that's not what we were so close to 18. I normally play at 1800 MMR. I usually am at 1800 rating, and being that, even that 100 low, or not even 100, like 30 off from 1800, it just didn't really work with me too well. It didn't really click with me all that well. I didn't quite enjoy that idea. So I got back on. The Hunter was on his Shaman, and I was like, hey, let's get some games going. I really want to get 1800. And he's like, okay, find a healer. So I looked a little bit. We found a holy priest who normally plays Shadow, but he was pretty decent as a holy priest. I mean, he kind of ate CCs, but the story continues. We played one game, first game. I played it as sub, and I just couldn't really quite feel it. I couldn't really quite get into it, but I didn't want to like give up already. You know, it's kind of one of those things where you played so many, it's kind of like one of those feelings where you played too many games and you just starting to just wear down. And we didn't play too many games, but it was kind of exhausting though, having to win, lose kind of deal and whatever. So I decided, you know, in between queues, after this first game, it didn't work out too well, I'm gonna swap spec to combat secretly. You know, those guys, the hunter and the H priest, never seen me play combat. You know, they don't know about me and my channel, nothing like that. Yeah, they don't. Valorant, just a name to them. So I switch specs in between queues, and I kind of just wait, and I try to fit my character between within their characters, so that they don't join the giant swords on my character. You know, like the one on the sheath on the left holster on the belt, left side, one on the back. Like, should have gotten small transmogs. Should have gotten swords that look like daggers or something, because then people wouldn't notice a difference. Maybe that's what I should go for. Maybe that's what I should do. I don't know. I'll think about that idea. So I switched combat, and the first game we played, I don't know what happened, but it was flawless. All the games at this point are a blur. We played at KFC, we played God Comp, we played someone with a boomkin, we played RMP, and we just destroyed anybody we saw. The Killing Spree and Shadow Blades together were just amazing, and the opener and the 8-second stun. It was so easy, and I didn't have to think much about it. It was kind of just muscle memory. Everything went so well, and we were playing teams that were 19 MMR. Our MMR was 1913. It was kind of intense. It was kind of insane. And I think we won about like 8 games like that. Maybe 10, just straight up winning and playing at 19 MMR, 1900 MMR. It was just awesome. It was kind of like a very refreshing break. Like all the energy that I had, it just came back to me easily. Like, I don't know, I don't know, it was kind of like when playing sub, let me give you a metaphor. Playing sub was kind of like hanging around outside in the hot summer sun, and everything just gets slow and drowsy. And combat was kind of just jumping in the pool, and you get so refreshed, you just have so much energy, and you wanna run a marathon kind of deal. That's kind of how it felt, and it was extremely rewarding. I don't know why. Maybe just because I play combat so much that it's just I don't even know. I try to put two and two together, and it's like, I don't know. It's just so rewarding and so fun and so made me very happy. Made me very extremely the definition of the word happy. I was kind of thankful that did happen. Very much thankful that happened. It was a very good moment of my life. Literally a very good moment of my life. I was able to do what I enjoy doing. I was able to do what I love doing. It made me very happy. So the moral of the story: do what you enjoy, because you're gonna succeed at it one day or another. This has been Darren. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next one.